What's going on, everybody in the Asgardian League of Fantasy? It's your commish, Olive Juice 88, coming to you guys here on New Year's Eve, and I want to wish you guys a early Happy New Year's. And I'm just gonna get right to the chase. I forgot to do last week's round one recap, so we're gonna do round one, round two right now, knock it out, and hopefully you all will, give this a look before all the games get started tomorrow. So, that being said, I'm going to jump right into it because we got a lot of stuff to cover. Last week in our round one, week 15, round one, our playoff bracket, we had Melvin and Eric both with bye weeks. Melvin posting 159.3 points, not that it really matters, and Eric posting 163.7 points. Then in our first of two, quarterfinal matchups, first round matchups. We had Team Lethal Kindness, my brother, Brian Smith. He took me out the game with a 28-point victory. And then in our other matchup, J. Russ took out Josh Jansen with a 21-point victory. And in that, I'm going to go ahead and throw Kirk Cousins, our offensive MVP for that week, with a 33-point performance. And then as we go down into our toilet bowl, we had the one-win Muslim Fire Giants, led by my good old Papa Bear, getting his second win on the season by 46 points. It was his highest point total of the season. I think it was like 180 some odd points. He had a good week. And then in our other one, Brad took out Matt Murphy by 28 points, thankfully keeping that terrible Derrick Henry trade from getting worse. And I am going to award John Johnson, a defensive back who posted 26 points, the defensive player of the week last week. That led into our second round matchups being Melvin taking on Team Lethal Kindness. Melvin won both regular season matchups, and Eric taking on J. Russ, with Eric winning both regular season matchups. And all that being said, I'll just kind of lead into the round two recap with that. Melvin did continue his winning ways in that matchup with a 17-point victory, and I'm going to go ahead and give Fuyasad Aluakun the defensive player of the week with a 22-point performance. J. Russ not succumbing to the trend for the season. He defeated Eric by 41 points as Eric had a rough go of it. Not deciding to pick up and start Gardner Minshew with Jalen Hurts being out. In the fifth place game, we had Josh Jansen taking me out by 4 points. It was a close one, but, it is what it is. It was a fifth place game, and congratulations to our reigning champ for, pushing and closing out the season strong after a poor start to the year. That game, I am going to give Jalen Waddle the offensive MVP with a 27-point performance. And so that leaves the Toilet Bowl finals between Mr. Brian Carden and Matt Murphy. Brian Carden did win both regular season matchups, but unfortunately, he could not win in the D's Nuts Bowl this year, as he took a 51-point loss and will take possession of the D's Nuts trophy for the next season. It was a tough one, but, I'm not mad about it because now I have the first overall pick, as I had Brian's first round pick for this season. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it's probably going to be Bijan Robinson, unless he tears his ACL in minicamp. So yeah. And then in our seventh place game, Pops closing out the season strong with a game win streak to finish in 7th place on the season with a 50-point victory over Brad. And all of that leaves really just 2 more matchups in the top half of the league, with Melvin taking on J. Russ. In the championship game, J. Russ did beat Melvin in their only matchup this year. And in the 3rd place game, we've got Eric taking on Team Lethal Kindness, my brother Brian. And Eric won the only matchup this season over there. So, we'll see how all that goes. In our other games, the 5th place game, Josh Jansen did win the only matchup between me and him throughout the season. I forgot to touch on that before I covered our games. He did win the matchup for 7th or 5th place. And Brad won the only matchup between him and Pops. Obviously, because Pops only had one win on the season. But, he did overcome that and took the 7th place spot for the season. That leaves our current final standings looking like this. This is going from 10 to 5, as our last 2 games are this week, and I do want to wish everybody luck in those games before they get started. But in 10th place, the D's Nuts Trophy winner, we do have Brian Carden. I can't remember your team name right now. All right, then. And then we have Matt Murphy and his Svartalfheim Dark Elves. Brad and his can't remember his team name either right now. I'm sorry. This is a terrible video. It's half-hearted as like I said, I did forget about last week's, and I kind of put this one off until the last minute. Sorry about that. Next year, I'm going to try to do these a little bit better and stay on top of them and get them done sooner rather than later. 7th place, we had Pops and the Muslim Fire Giants. 6th place, myself and the Jotunheim Frost Giants. And in 5th place, we have Josh Jansen and his Dilligif squad. Does it look like I give a... Yeah. So, anyway, all that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap that up. Keep this one short and sweet. There's no extra analysis and all that stuff for the last games. Next year, maybe I'll try to add that on. So all that being said, good luck to everybody. I do want to say that I have been looking at the Topgolf stuff for our trophy presentation / end of season kind of deal. It is a half 50% deposit to reserve 2 bays, and I can't do it until like 2 weeks ahead of time. So like I think I can start to try to schedule it on Monday. Monday. Yeah, that sounds about right. I can try to schedule on Monday, but I do need I would need money in advance from everybody. So if that's something that you guys really want to do, we can do that. But I would need everybody to go ahead and pitch in their money so that I can make that reservation. If not, we can all just get together at my house and order some pizza and watch the games for real. I don't really care. But all that being said, I want to say good luck to everybody that's still playing. Thank you to all you guys for putting in a good season this year, and good luck next year. Hope to see you all back next year with the Dynasty League. Last year we had to We had to fill in an orphan team. Oh yeah, orphan team from orphan to possible champion. We'll see how that plays out. Hopefully, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of rooting for you, J. Russ. Just to say that you took a team that nobody wanted, and it was just left down in the gutter, and took it to the championship. That's pretty solid. And yeah. So all that being said, happy early New Year's, you guys, and we will see you all next week with the recap for the championship round. Later.